Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone Horde series video where I focus all my attention on one specific horde. And on this video it's the Mount Bailey Horde that gets my full attention. Right then, on to some information about this absolutely amazing horde. First of all, it is 300 strong, making it the second largest in the game. It basically resides in the far west of the Crater Lake region, and this horde is available to take on as soon as you reach the south. And there is a lot of ways to take out this horde, folks. But let's take a look at the locations. That, first of all, that is their daytime location, pretty much about as far west as you can get when you get to the south. Now from here, looking up top there, that is their feeding grounds where they go to at night. And just south of their feeding grounds, there is the location of where they go to drink at night. Now, there are no less than 6 easy kill locations, and a few shout outs because I didn't discover all these myself, but a lot of fun to be had, so let's do this. Right then, on to the first method, and this is, as always, a conventional method. I always like to start with one of these, a way that most people would consider taking out this horde, and albeit I usually have one or two twists that I like to add to this. Now, I'm starting by placing a couple of proximity bombs just to take out a few of their numbers once they come out, because those two areas are roughly where I'm going to be taking them once I get them out of the cave. But I want to hit them hard at the very start, so I want a napalm in place, then an attractor. From here, I'm going to try and get out at least 2 frag grenades. So there's the first one. Make sure that first one's gone off, then get the second one going. Right, now I'm going to move to make sure that I don't get hit by that first proximity bomb. Second one over there just clears a nice area, and from here I'm going with more proximity bombs. Now this run is a 2-parter. I'm basically looking to get off the cliff face at the end here, because you will get very few of the freakers that will follow you. That's actually why I'm looking to get that last proximity bomb off so close to the edge. I just want to make sure that I have very little in the way of freakers chasing me at that point. But basically from here I'm looking to get to this area. I know this is where they're going to come at me from next. I want that attractor down, and then I'm going to lay down some gunfire, and then basically before they start moving on I'm going to hit them with another frag grenade, and then I should really have the numbers down. I'm going to try and be quite clever with this one. I just want to throw it a bit in front. I'm going to move over like that, and beautiful. That is nice. I've just manipulated them to get them into the perfect spot there, and now I don't have too many of them left at all. It's just a clean-up job. And okay, there's one somewhere. Never mind, this shouldn't take too long. The hardest part of all this is done. And there we go. That is the Mount Bailey Horde taken out with a slight twist. I'm not saying that's going to be everyone's cup of tea, especially after you see some of the easy kill locations that I am going to be showing over the next 30 minutes or so. But yeah, okay, on to the next one. Right then, on to the first easy kill location, and this takes place very close to their night feeding location. So I'm not very far away from them at this point. You can actually see them over on the left there, but this is the route that I am taking in order to get to the place that I need to be. And I have shown this in a previous video, so anybody who's seen some of my horde killings for the Mount Bailey Horde will know what's coming, but this is how it is done. I look to get to this area here, just get up onto that rock face. Very important, crouch down before moving onto that ledge right there, and then I'm in a fantastic position. I won't get the entire horde coming up, and that is good because you really don't want all 300 of them heading to this position straight away, because you do have a chance of getting overrun if that happens. So I'm going to take the time at this point now to pick off all the ones that are making their way up, and as you can see they are starting to come up, but they're going very slowly. But I will show how to speed up this process. Right now, I'm not interested in doing that because they are easy pickings. I really just want to get the numbers done first. Because it's a 300 strong horde, I really don't want to engage them too fiercely in terms of having large numbers swarming me at this position. So I am taking the time to pick them off nice and easy while they're they're pretty much at a crawl at this point. But now their numbers are depleted, so I'm moving forward just a touch. And I know when I've gone forward enough, because all of a sudden, there we go. Then you see them running, not just the ones that are at the top there, you can actually see the ones that are at the bottom, heading up the hill. They're all running now too, so yeah, now I've got the entire horde's attention. But because I've already taken out a huge amount of their numbers, this is still nice and easy, and it's very manageable now. So I don't have a problem with getting them into an absolute frenzy. And you can see even then there was one that did manage to get over. Now you can only imagine how many you're likely to get if you trigger all 300 heading up to you very quickly. And again, all the ones that were down on the floor area there, I just moved forward enough that all of a sudden that's it, that triggers them. They're coming at me again, running fast and hard, and you have a fantastic line of sight from this point, so it's a nice, easy job to take them out. And at this stage now, this shouldn't actually take too much longer. Okay, let's yep, the last of them down there, I'm just going to pick off with gunplay. It wasn't worth using any of my resources for, but as you can see, that's a very nice way indeed of taking out this horde. So, okay, on to the next one. Right then, on to easy kill location number 2, and this is not a location that I discovered myself. I have a gent by the name of Chris White to thank for this one. Now it takes place at night and basically right beside their feeding area, and this is how you do it. You can actually try and get to this tree area before the horde actually arrive, but I think it's a lot easier just to attempt it this way. You do only get one shot at this before the horde is on your case, but it's not a tremendously difficult climb. I'm basically looking to get up here, climb there, and then the only hard part is avoiding that broken branch. And then when you get to that branch there, when it's pointing at Deacon's head, that is the perfect height. The horde can see you, so they will come running over, but at the same time they're not able to touch you in any way, shape or form. Despite the numbers, they're just going to congregate right below you, and they're easy pickings, as long as you don't use any grenades or pipe bombs, because if you do, it's highly likely you will get thrown from this position. So at this point I'm just going to start with a bit of gunplay, and now I'm going to go to the napalm molotovs. Now, worth noting of course, if you've just arrived in the south and you're looking to take out this horde straight away, yeah, it's 300 easy free careers, but you will not have the luxury of napalm molotovs at your disposal, so just remember that. If you're taking this horde out later on in the game though, in particular after you have taken out the Tumult Mission horde, then yes, you will have molotovs at your disposal. And I'm just using a few of them just to make this job a bit quicker, because there is a few easy kill methods that I've got to show, so but if you first arrive in the south, by all means just use gunplay, because you're going to save on all your resources, and it is 300 very nice and well needed free careers when you first get to the south, because most people when they first get to the south are looking to just fully upgrade the bike. All the best upgrades for the bike are available at the south. So okay, anyways, at this point there is not that many of them left, so I'm just coming off the position now, and I'm going to take the last of them out like this. So much easier. And okay, surprisingly quite a few of them. But there we go. Very nice method in order to take them out, and thank you Chris White for that location reveal. Okay, on to the next one folks. Right then, on to easy kill location number 3, and again, this takes place nearish their night feeding area. And a thank you has to go to Grey Ghost Gamers for this location reveal, because I wasn't aware of this one, and I should have been, because this one has been very well thought out. But Grey Ghost Gamers, thank you so much. And by the way, a fantastic channel to check out if you want to see some more amazing Days Gone content. But anyways, on to the plan of action here. I'm looking to get this Horde's attention, have them follow me over to this location right over here, and it's basically that cabin there to my left. I'm looking to get up here, right around, and eventually there is one of these sliding entrances that you have. Now the beauty of these is that the freakers simply cannot get in the way that you do. And from here, it's not a quick method by any means. That's the only thing that I have got against this method. It does take a wee while, but it is as safe a method as you will get, because once you are in here, you are untouchable. It doesn't matter that it's a 300 strong horde, and they're all on their way now. So basically from here, it really is just a case of persevere and take them out with gunplay. You can actually even use resources if you want to. I personally don't recommend it, just in case anything goes wrong. I mean, there is a window there, but you try throwing things out and you get it wrong and you're in trouble. Just make sure, if you're looking to take them out this way, that you have at least a couple of weapons that are quite decent with bullet penetration. So your special weapon needs to be one, something like at least an MG45, or what I've got here, I've got an RPD, MG55 ideally if you can get your hands on one, as well as that, something like an IDF pop or something like that on hand, as it will just make the job a whole lot quicker. If you have some really subpar weapons and you're trying to do this, you will struggle. But anyhow, this does take a wee while to get done, so I'm just going to let this one play out, and basically at the end, once I've taken out this horde, I'll get back to the commentary. And there we go, finally. That is the MT BAILEY Horde taken out from that cabin. It's definitely not the quickest method for taking out this horde, but it is by far one of the safest. Right, okay, fantastic job done. On to the next. Okay, on to easy kill location number 4. Now this takes place during the day, and worth noting, this is another method that I did not discover myself. A big thank you has to go to Simon Lee for this location reveal. Now, this is how it goes down. Basically head past their cave entrance, heading over here, and believe it or not, yep, this rock area is climbable. I didn't discover this because I never ever checked this one. I didn't think it was possible, but it actually is. Just make sure when you walk the bike up to basically favour the right hand side as you get to the top. And then from there, it's a very nice, easy drop in order to get down to this area here. And once you're here, you're ready for battle. If you can call it a battle, all you've basically got to do is get them out of the cave and then get them over to this area. You can basically choose what area on this section of the rock that you actually take them out from. It doesn't really matter. Personally, it does no harm to take them out from the highest point, which is about here. And despite the World War Z tactics, you still have very little chance of them getting to your position. I've seen on 1 or 2 occasions you might take the odd slap, but it very, very rarely happens. Now I'm using napalm molotovs here just to reduce their numbers very quickly because I'm very fortunate I do have them in my possession. But worth noting, when you're taking them out from this area, you can actually use grenades and pipe bombs as well. Just make sure you're throwing them down to the right of the position here, and you shouldn't have any trouble because it's quite a long drop, so you generally don't have the blast radius to worry about. And at this point, I'm really starting to thin out the numbers now. They're seriously depleted, and yeah, they're not doing very much here. I really need to get them. There we go. Sometimes you get onto parts of that rock area where they just don't seem to be able to see you. So if that's the case, just head back over to that spot where I am now, and yeah, it's all good again. Congregate nicely, and taking them out now shouldn't be too much hassle at all. And there we go. That particular method is one of the best you will get for taking out this horde during the daytime. So once again, thank you so much, Simon Lee, for the location reveal. Okay, on to the next one. Right then, on to easy kill location number 5, and this is the only method that takes place close to their night water location. So I'm basically looking just to start by heading from this point. It's a high point, so I'm going to head down here, and I want to be going in this direction. I'm basically just looking at getting a drive-by going here. I want the horde's attention. I am going to lose some of their numbers, admittedly, once I get to where I go, because once you get to the point where I'm looking to get this bike, a lot of them lose interest. So I'm taking my time here just to get up here. Once I get up there, that's grand. I'm in position. And that's grand. I'm more than happy with the amount of freakers that I've got here. That is probably around 200, just going by the size of the horde down there. Now, it's worth noting that when you're up in this position, they actually lose sight of where you are. They're just basically congregating around this area because this was the last area that they seen you in. So it's very handy. I'm just going to take out quite a number of them with gunplay, and yeah, I've got the use of napalm, so I'm bloody well going to use them. This'll again, it'll just speed things up a touch, but it's not a difficult affair to take them out with just gunplay alone. So out with the idea pop, start taking out some of these stragglers. Because eventually, once I get these ones taken out, I am going to have to exit this rock area, and I'm basically going to do the same again. Because although the horde is heavily depleted, yeah, there probably will still be quite a few of them to take out, so it will just be rinse and repeat. So do I have any more left here? No, I do not. Okay, so I'm just going to head back over and see what I've got left to take out. And yes, there is still a few there, so same again. Come on. Usually just 2 drive-bys gets the vast majority of the horde. I still don't think I will get all of them, even with this second drive past, but I should get the vast majority of them. So once I've taken out as many as I can here, I'm probably going to end up taking out the last of them just on foot. Basically just go head hunting, because it will be the last of them that are actually in the water, I would imagine, that will be left, or at least it usually is. I've done a few of these runs practicing this just to get the lay of the land in terms of how the freakers react and generally what sort of numbers I get. And yeah, as you can see there is a few heading back again, but now I know I have most of the numbers, so at this point it is going to be a very nice easy job indeed. The only thing that I would say goes against this method is it does take a little bit longer than some of the other easy kill locations, so this may not be a favourite for everyone, but it's a very nice method anyway, so I wanted to show it. And there will be very few of them left now, so this is going to be a nice easy job from here on in. Yeah, just stay over here and it's a nice line of sight. And there we go. Job done. So if you're ever looking to take them out near their water location at night, that's the way to do it. Okay, on to the next run, folks. Right then, on to easy kill location number 6. Now this takes place during the daytime, and in all fairness, this is very similar to the easy kill location number 4. The only difference with this one is it is a different rock area. So I'm looking to basically take this line and I'm looking to get the bike pretty near the top. Now it's worth noting you can actually get Deacon to stay at the very top of this rock section, but I'm not really too fussed about this. I'm just looking to get off the bike and then just to get down to this area right here. And basically from here, it is unfortunately going to have to be an attractor in order to get them out. You're too far away for gunplay to do a good job that way. And I have done this run a few times and it's had varied results. Sometimes you are lucky enough to get the entire horde coming out. Other times it sometimes takes 2 attractors. So we'll see how we get on with this run here. And okay, yeah, so far so good, although yeah, actually that is a very small number. No problem, I'll take these out and then we'll proceed to throw another attractor and hopefully I'll get a little bit more success. But yep, okay, that's job done with that lot. But you're probably lucky if I've taken out 50 there, so it's definitely going to require another attractor. I'm just looking to get as far over there as I can. And no, it's just a waiting game. See how many we get. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. This is more like it. Yep, now I've got the entire floor. Very nice. So I will use some gunplay, but I'm not going to be messing around with this horde. They're going to get a shitload of napalm molotovs as well. They are congregated so nicely here that it's just it's the perfect time to use them. Yep, very nice. When they're congregated as well as this, the Molotovs do a fantastic job. Yep, one more for the hell of it. It is a 300 strong horde, so yeah, might as well take the time to use these bad boys. So yeah, now this should just be, as always, a clean-up job, and it most certainly is. There we go, another very nice way to take out this horde. Okay, job done, on to the next. Right then, only 2 runs left to show, and as always, I like to show a stealth option. Now, after seeing all the easy kill locations that I have already shown, I can't imagine there's too many people that are honestly wanting to consider taking them out with stealth after seeing these. But if you do want a good stealth location, where I'm going to place myself is not a bad area in order to get the job done. I am placing a couple of remote bombs just in case I require a bit of a distraction. It's not so much for taking out the freakers, because remote bombs only take out 10 freakers at a time, so they're really not very effective. But anyways, on to the run. I'm looking to start by getting an attractor into play. Once I start to see them come out, yep, then I'm going to start to hit them hard with frag grenades. Yep, so far so good. I'm just looking to actually try and get the grenades a little bit nearer to the cave area. Yep, I'm not seeing that many out at the moment, so I'm actually going to go with an attractor bomb. This will take out a few of the numbers. I should get a guaranteed 20 here anyways, given the size of the Mount Bailey Horde. And yeah, from here now, I'm going to start to go to town with these grenades, one after the other, because as the blast goes off, they basically congregate towards the blast area. Yep, so far this is looking pretty nice, but at some point I am going to have to start to bring the horde a little bit closer to my position, because if I want to use the napalm molotovs, the napalms you cannot throw quite as far as the other throwables that you have. Okay, so yeah, the numbers are well depleted now, so get another attractor over there, a normal attractor of course, and yep, that's the remote bomb going off. Yep, now it's time for the napalms. And oh yeah, very nice. They've just congregated nicely there for me for for the next one. Right, at this point, this should basically take out the last of them. There doesn't look like there's that many. I'm just throwing a pipe bomb for the hell of it. And no way, there is still more of them. Right, that's it. One more attractor bomb, and this will definitely do the job, folks. Yeah, I'm that confident. I'm just going to stand up. I don't expect anything to be happening after this. And there we go, finally. Job done. That is the Mount Bailey Horde taken out with stealth. Should you require that option, that's not a bad way of going about it. Okay, on to the last run. Right then, the last run is what I just call a quick method. I purposefully do not call it a quick and easy method, because if you're attempting to take out the horde this way, there are a lot of things that can go wrong. But let's just see how this goes. I'm going to have a bit of fun with them, and I'm going to start by basically going with 2 attractors into the cave. And then from there, I'm going to basically get 2 napalm molotovs, and I ideally want a third right over the top of them, basically hitting the back of the horde. And I was pretty damn lucky I didn't get walloped off one of those freakers there. So happy days. Basically now getting on to a bit of grenade action. I ideally want another one just around about here. Grenades, when they're tightly congregated, will take out 30 at a time. And from here, I'm going to finish off virtually the rest of them in this area here, and I'm going to loop them around very nicely. Double back on myself, and You son of a bitches, I've actually taken a hit. Thought I was going to do this one pretty damn clean, but never mind. Close to it. And there we go. That is the Mount Bailey Horde well and truly taken care of. Thank you so much for watching the video, folks, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.